This is really frustrating. Really frustrating. Hold on. Let me get here. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oh, good. I think I got it now, guys. Can you guys hear me? Oh, good. I think I got it. I think I got it. I tell you what, it is crazy. We have great internet out here in the building. Great internet. And couldn't hear nothing. So I had to go delete. All right, guys. I am in the doghouse with Declan. We had him, the boys over here yesterday. But they spent the night with us, Thursday night. And I have a huge wall that I have pictures of my daughters, and then I added my granddaughters. Declan does have some pictures on a different wall, but he wanted to know why I didn't have pictures of him on the same wall as the girls. And he had these big old tears in his eyes, and I couldn't handle that. And I told Declan that Gigi has just been so busy. I've got him. I've just got to get him up. And I do have some, and I don't know what I've done with them, so I'm going to make some more. And these are different pictures to make him happy, because he gets his feelings hurt really easy. And he gets those old crocodile tears. I don't know what happened to it, Dawn. I mean, it was just crazy. My phone actually has been pretty good right now. Pretty good. I'm glad you guys can hear. So I picked these up at Dollar Tree yesterday, and I'm going to use the flat ones this time. You can get 3 of these for $1.25. And I'm pretty sure when I uploaded all my pictures to Walmart, I usually get this size right here. And I always get like a 4x6. And these right here, say they're a 4x6, but they're a little bit smaller. So, oh, I know. And the thing is, he has pictures. He has pictures in the shelves. He has pictures on the other hanger that I've got. But he didn't know why he wasn't on that wall with his cousins. And the only other cousin is there was some pictures of Emma with her family when she was young. And some of Layla that is way up at the top, and I can't get to them anymore. So we're going to fix this, because I can't have my grandson upset with me. He just gets his feelings all out of shape. Declan, or Griffin is too early. But I'll have it fixed before he starts to notice. So let me take all of this off, and I'm going to paint these backgrounds. Well, my edges I'm going to do black. I'm not going to worry about the back, because sometimes if you have paint on the back of them, it kind of won't stick with the command strips. Emma so wanted to do a video with me on YouTube, but I'm afraid for her to do it because I don't want to get my channel taken down, even though she has a kids YouTube of her own. And let me tell you, that girl, she can do the video. She's got like 1,100 videos on her little channel, but it's a teeny bopper channel, you know, where they do all the dancing and stuff. And she's really quick about it. Hey, Sharon. Thank you, Barb. I appreciate that. So here's the pictures that I'm going to use. I have this cute one of Declan. I have one of me and Declan. And I told Jeff he's going to have to start getting more pictures of him with the boys. I have that one. I don't know that I'm going to use all of them. I've got this one of Layla and Declan. And let me tell you what, these two right here are thick as thieves. They're so much alike. I got this one of Griff. Here's another one of Declan. I'm not going to do all of these of Declan. I'm going to have to kind of space it out a little bit. And then here's one of Lauren and her boys. And then here's one of me and Declan. And one of me and Griffin. I know I'm going to use these two because they're pretty similar. So I know I'm going to do these two. And I'm going to do this one with Lauren and her boys. Right there. And I'm going to do one of Declan by himself and one of Griffin by himself. And I'm going to do one with Jeff and the 2 kids. So, let's see. Do I want to do that one? Let's do that one. I'm not going to do that one right there. And I think I'm going to do this one because he is all about Spider-Man. So I thought I would do that one. This was his school picture. And I've got all 3 of their school pictures from this last year. And I'm going to do those 3 together at another time. We are going to do some faux picture frames. And my girls, when Mother's Day one year, Emma was just a baby. So it's been like 9 years ago. They bought me some faux tiles, some faux mixed tiles. And when I went to buy some more of them, I thought, gosh, those are too expensive. I'm not paying that much. So I came up with my own idea. Idea's been out there. I just thought about it one day. We're going to use some decoupage glue. We're just going to put these on this little background right here. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to glue them. I am going to paint my edges black so that it kind of blends into my wall. And other than that, that's all we're going to do. So quick and so easy, guys. This is easy, easy, easy that you can hang on your wall and doesn't take long to do. Here's my black paint. My black paint. We're just going to put a little dab of it, and I've got a sponge brush here somewhere. I just had them. I had some brushes I took down to Lauren's because I thought I was going to try to craft down there, and I never got a chance to. What did I do with that little brush? I guess it really doesn't matter. I'll just use a small brush. We got a small brush. So we're just going to take it. We're just going to put a little bit of paint on our edge. And sometimes even though you get a 4x6, the picture's not really a true 4x6, or these will be a little bit bigger. And if that happens, I always go back and I paint just a little bit right here around the edge so that no white will shine through it. But he made me feel so bad yesterday. I almost was going to come out here and just do some. Well, I do try to go live on 6:30 on Saturday night, but I'm going to have my granddaughters. And so the granddaughters and I are going to go on Facebook at 6:30 tonight. And I'm going to try to start coming on more often. YouTube, probably in the afternoons, is the easiest for me before the grandkids get here. I'm trying to fluctuate between Facebook and YouTube. But I am going to try to do it more often. It's just trying to find the right time having to take care of grandkids right now. And if you guys think about it, say a prayer Monday. Lauren is going to a daycare. Oh, I do. I used to have a store in town before, well, it was right during COVID, and it's before Jeff's kidneys went down. And I had a shop in town after I retired. And when Jeff's kidneys started to fail, I decided, and he had to go on dialysis, I decided to close my shop in town because it was always my dream to have a place where people could come in and paint and do craft kits and different things like that. But when it happened, I needed to be home closer to him. And we bought this building. We have 2 buildings here at the house. And he got a kidney transplant last year. So here in a few weeks, we are going to drive to Maine. Well, actually, it's a month from today, or a month from yesterday. We were just talking about it. Go see our other daughter and our other grandson. But I'm getting ready to take some of the furniture that's in here that I had in my shop. It kind of stops me from being able to bring all my craft supplies down here. And I am ready to get this place organized. I'm just going to paint the edge of these just all around them. And if it goes up on the top, that's okay. I'm not really worried about it. Definitely. Now, the one she's going to for Griff or Declan is actually going to be the school that he's going to start his kindergarten year in. But they have a year-round daycare. And hopefully they've got a spot for him this summer. It'll make it easier on Lauren and Brad because Jeff and I are going to be gone a lot this summer. Just sporadic here and there, or I'll be gone and Jeff will be home. That way she can have the boys close to where they live because it's an hour away. Hour and 15 minutes one way. And let me tell you what Jeff and I did. We didn't get up till 10 o'clock this morning. We were so tired. So tired. The granddaughters are going to spend the night tonight, but it's different having them than the boys because they're older and they're more self-sufficient. What are the white? There are many canvases that you can get from Dollar Tree. There come 3 in a pack. And I know when I order these pictures from Walmart, I usually get a ton of them at a time. And I think I paid probably around 19 or 20 cents for each one of those pictures. So really, you can make these just really cheap. If you got 3 of these for $1.25, that's about what, 35, 40 cents a piece, roughly. So 40 for less than $1, you can make each one of these. Well, less than $1. And you've probably got paint on hand and glue. And I'm just going to use some decoupage glue. I like it because it doesn't make my pictures curl and they really stay attached. Thank you, Dawn. I know she's tired of having to worry about it because I know it's got to be on the front of their minds, having to worry about, the boys when Jeff and I are gone. I have a doctor's appointment Monday, so Jeff's going to go down and watch the boys by himself. He has an appointment on Wednesday, and I'm going to drive down and watch the boys if she doesn't have daycare yet. And we'll do that up until we leave or until daycare comes. One of the two. And it's nice because the daycare did call her for Griffin, and she is going to go tour the facility after what we went through with the other daycare. And I'll just tell you on here, I can't say it on Facebook, but he had got a marker on his arm, and they used a Mr. Clean on him and gave him a chemical burn on his arm. Mr. Clean is like the grit of a 3000 grit sandpaper. And they rubbed his little arm raw and admitted they did it. So they're being investigated right now. The daycare is. And it used to be a good daycare. Declan started there, but that was under the old owner. She'd had it for 60 years. And now, oh goodness, Rebecca, definitely go to sleep. Go to sleep. I'm always here, and I've been uploading some old videos too, so check those out. He's just a 19-month-old little baby, and they did that to him. Lauren thought he had been bit by a spider. It's what it looked like. Until she went the next day, and they said, oh, yeah, we used this on him like it was no big deal. Well, it was a big deal. So she pulled Declan out of the preschool, and she pulled him out of the daycare, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. I hate to even think that he could have been crying when they were doing all that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a chemical burn. It has formaldehyde in it. It also has another chemical in it that helps to remove marker from the wall. And can you imagine using that on the inside of your arm where it's just real tender? I mean, he's going to have like a old scar there. Not really a scar, but an old burn scar. I'm just glad they didn't put it on his face. Because this Gigi wasn't happy at all. I was ready to go down there. No, Joni, they have put a stop to the chickens. And when the DHS called Lauren, that's who certifies these clinics, they couldn't believe they were even thinking about that. It wasn't even over the chickens. That was the least of the problems. But his poor little arm. Poor little arm. In fact, after Lauren had told him about the chicken issue, they hadn't discussed it any further. But no, his poor little arm just looked like he'd been bit. Because she took him to urgent care thinking he'd been bit by a spider. Because that's what it looked like. But no, it was something else. Something else. It just made us sick. Made us sick. Okay, we're just going to dry these just real quick. Make sure all that black paint is dry. I don't want to get it on my pictures. Definitely, Joni. Yeah, just no common sense. I got just a little bit here I need to do on this. I can see a little bit of a white edge right there at the back. Griffin started telling us now he's stuck. If he gets his foot stuck in the covers or something, he will yell, "Gigi, I stuck." He's getting ready to start coming into his own with his vocabulary, and he is so funny. Okay, I'm just making sure I've got enough black around. I got just a little bit of that edge. There's the corners. Corners are a little tougher because they have like a little fold in them. I'm just taking what I've got left of my brush here to get that. There we go. Let's go ahead and finish drying those real quick. Thank you, Betsy, for sprinkling. I appreciate that. Dryer, 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 right in front of me. Thank you, Dawn. Diane, they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be. It's going to take a long time to be investigated, but it is being investigated. And hopefully something will come of it. I know the former owner reached out to Lauren and was just sick over it. Just sick over it. Okay, I want to make sure these are good and dry now. Oops, I feel a little bit of wet here on the corner here. But our little TJ is in daycare and loves it. He was kind of attached to his mom and dad because they never took him anywhere. Haley worked from home and Mike stayed home with him until TJ got old enough and Mike's job opened back up. And now he's liking daycare. There for a while we didn't know. But Haley's not going to have him go to daycare when we're in Maine. We're going to get to spend all of our time with him. And we're excited about that. He has gotten so big. So this is decoupage glue. It's from Pentart. I like to use it for lots of different things. And I do have I got a good brush out to put it on. Here it is. I want to put it on with a clean brush. And let's just stack these up and do one at a time. And I'm going to put a good coat of decoupage glue on it. And it's thicker than Mod Podge. And we're going to make sure we go all the way out to our edges. All the way out to those edges. I think Emma and I and Layla, because I have to have Layla in it too, we're going to do a paint pour. So I'm thinking about putting a table out here on the gravel that they poured for my building. And let them do a paint pour so it doesn't get in the floor of my building or in the house. Because it will still be good and light. Okay. Got that one on. I'm going to take this first one right here on top. And I'm just going to line it up. Lay it down. And I've just got my brayer that I use for Mod Podge. And I'm just going to go over it. And you have a little bit of wiggle room. Time to move it. And I'm just going to go across it so that it doesn't have any bubbles in the middle. And I will get just a little bitty command strip and put on the back of that. I mean, it just makes it a little sturdier. Sometimes if you use the canvases, they'll stick out a little bit, and I like that. And that actually fit this one perfect. So we got one done. We'll do another one here. Because I sure don't want Declan to feel left out. Because he's just as important as the rest of the grandkids. Both of the boys are. But you know, you get busy and you don't think about it. You don't think about it. Thank you. Mine's just a routine one. Jeff's is really just a routine one as well. But we can't go and watch the boys together, which sometimes it takes both of us. Griffin likes to sit on Jeff's lap a lot. Okay. I'm just getting any of that stuff that came out from the bottom of it off. And there's another one. And these are just really good and stiff. And you can hang them up. No, I'm not going to seal them. I'm really not going to seal them. I could put a spray mat on them. I could. And I might do that, but I don't have any here with me. Just use a very flat spray sealer. Because I think this is going to leave a haze if I would use a decoupage glue. And I know that Mod Podge would leave a little haze on it too. Okay, here's one with me and Declan. And I like using these flat ones sometimes because you can really get the glue out from underneath it. Okay. Get all this glue around my edges. And there we go. We got one more. But you could use a good flat, just a good flat spray. I'm going to kind of stack these right here. Let them dry. Here's me and Griffin. And that kid right there, he's a crackerjack, let me tell you. Crackerjack. But I would use like a very satin. I don't like doing these in gloss because I just don't like gloss. One of Layla's is a gloss, her big baby picture. And I didn't realize I had chose gloss when I had it printed out. And it didn't want to stay down very good. And I just don't like the way it looks. So I always get these in a matte finish on the pictures. Oh, thank you, Dawn. I don't know what it was with the sound. Okay, let me kind of scoot that over just a little bit. And I'm just making sure I go from the middle out. That way if there's any of that glue, it'll make it come out to the edge. And you can just wipe it down. Wipe it down. I know the girls probably wanted to do a kit, but we don't have the compressor hooked back up. We had to go buy a new compressor last night. Just one of those things that happens. It's not fixable. Apparently, it's a pretty common problem with that type of compressor. Okay, I got this single one of Declan. And I think I'm missing one of my pictures. Oh, right here it is. Let's put this one of Declan. Declan is all about Spider-Man. So I know he'll like this one hanging up on the wall. He will definitely like this one hanging up on the wall. This one's a little bit bigger. So what I'll do is I'll let this fully dry, and then I'll take my scissors right here and I'll just trim the edge just a little bit. His was just a little bit bigger. Let me see if I can scooch it just a little bit. Sometimes you got just enough time you can move it. And it's still just a little bit too big, and I'll just trim it out and nobody will be the wiser. Oh, I know, Dawn. It's kind of aggravating, but sometimes you just have to do it. I got one that's a little bit smaller than the one I've got, but it's a very good brand one. So hopefully this one's going to stay for a while, but I do use it a lot every day, hot and heavy. Okay, here's me and little Griffin. I'm going to have to take some more pictures of Jeff and the kids. Make sure I don't have any Mod Podge on that. Okay. And this one's a little bit bigger, just a tad bigger all the way around. So even though I told them I wanted 4x6, sometimes you don't get a 4x6. Sometimes they're a little bit bigger. They're not usually smaller, but sometimes they're cut a little bit bigger. Ah, thank you, Dawn. Let me go ahead and get that clear up, and I'm going to show you these. Let me get my hands washed off. So we have those two right there, and I probably don't have $2 in the whole thing. The whole thing. And there's that one right there. There's that one right there. I don't have enough fingers. We got that one of Lauren and the boys. And we've got this one of a Griffin. So we have all these pictures here to hang on the wall. Oh, I know it. Everything is so expensive, Dawn. Everything is so expensive. Anyway, guys, that is just a quick and easy way to make some pictures for your wall that are a little bit sturdier than just, you know, went off for some reason. But you can hang these on your wall with just a little a little command strip. It only takes, you can use one command strip, cut it in half, and you've still got plenty for each one of these because they're really lightweight and they don't take up a lot of room. And I will put these on. I'm going to let them dry really good. Put them on and then see if Declan notices. I know he's probably going to look at that wall very first thing when he comes here next week, because we're going to go pick the boys up and bring them down here because I have a lot to do before Easter, because we're going to have our Easter on Saturday. But anyway, guys, have a great day, and I will see you guys all later, everybody. Goodbye.